Hello viewers, this Not Too Fast here. In today's video I'll be reviewing this 3-channel dashcam from the company OMBAR. This dashcam has a front-facing camera, a cabin camera, and a rear-facing camera. It features a 3.18-inch LCD display, and it also has built-in Wi-Fi, so you can use the OMBAR app to view and download the recorded videos. Now this dashcam also features a magnetic detachable mounts. With it you can easily detach the dashcam from the windshield mounts. In this video I'll show you all the features on this dashcam and show you the actual recording of all 3 cameras, both day and nights. Let's get started. Let me show you the unboxing of this OMBAR 3-channel dashcam. This is the OMBAR dashcam. This in-cabin camera. User manual. Right here is a rear camera and a rear camera cable. Cigarette lighter power cable. Pry tool and mounting hardware. An extra double-sided tape. These films are for you to install onto your windshield. This will help with easier removal later on. Here's a look at everything you get with this dashcam. Let's have a closer look at this dashcam. Right here is a front-facing camera. Now this dashcam supports 3 channels. That means you can connect an in-cabin camera and a rear camera to this, and the dashcam will record all 3 channels simultaneously. Now if you do not connect the other 2 cameras, the default resolution on this front-facing camera is 4K 3840 by 2160. Now if you connect both the cabin and the rear cameras together, then the default resolution on the front camera is 2K and the other 2 cameras is going to be 1080p. This front camera has wide dynamic range and night vision. The viewing angle of this camera is 170 degrees. This dashcam has built-in Wi-Fi, so you can use the mobile app to connect to it and view and download the recorded videos. Now right here is a speaker. Looking on this side, this is where you connect the rear camera, and next to it there's a microSD memory card slot. Now with this dashcam, they've included a 64GB microSD memory card. It was very nice that they included the memory card for you. This dashcam does support up to 256GB memory size. Now looking on the back, right here is a 3.18-inch color LCD display. Below that, there are several buttons here. There's a power button, up select, OK button, down select, and a mode button. Now looking on this side, if you remove this cover, this is where you connect the cabin camera. And right here is the cabin camera. Connect this. This camera will record everything happening in the cabin, and the front camera will record what's happening in front of you. As I mentioned, this cabin camera has a resolution of 1080p, and the viewing angle of this camera is 150 degrees. Now the top right here is the windshield mount. This is also the GPS antenna. With the GPS antenna, it will record the speed you're traveling at and the driving coordinates. So if you remove the backing on this double-sided tape, you can stick this directly onto the windshield. And right here is a connector for connecting the power cable. Now one nice thing about this windshield mount is it's held on to the dash cam with magnets. So you can actually remove this and detach it. This makes it very convenient for you to remove this dash cam, and when you're ready to put it back in your car, just stick it back on. Now this dash cam does use a supercapacitor instead of a regular rechargeable battery, and with that it's going to be a lot more reliable and it can operate in more extreme temperature. The working temperature of this dash cam is minus 20 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius, or minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Right here is a rear camera. The resolution on this is 1080p, and the viewing angle of this camera is 150 degrees. To install this onto the back window, here's a double-sided tape. Remove the backing on this, and then you stick this directly onto the back window. Now over here is the rear camera cable. The length of this cable is 20 feet, so you can run this from the front of the vehicle all the way to the back. To connect the camera, connect these 2 connectors together, and then connect this connector to the rear camera input port on the dashcam. Right here is a cigarette lighter power adapter. The length of this power cable is 12 feet long, so you can run this from the dashcam all the way to your center console. And to connect the power cable, connect this USB-C connector to the side of the windshield mount, like this. I'm going to remove this protective film. Now I'm going to power this on. Here it asks you to select the language. Press OK. Now select the time zone. You can set the day and time. Now you can format the memory card. Right now you're looking at the live view of all three cameras. Right here is the cabin camera. Now with this cabin camera, you can actually swivel this camera and adjust the angle. And let me show you the front facing camera right here. And for the rear camera, the flashing red dot at the top will tell you that it's recording right now, and the dash cam is recording all three cameras simultaneously. So let's go into the settings. Press the OK button to stop the recording. Press the menu button. First menu item is video setting. Press OK. Video resolution, OK. By default it's 2K. That's because there are three cameras being recorded right now. If I only have two cameras, then for the front camera you can select 4K or 2K. Loop recording. By default it's set to 1 minute. You can set it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Now with the loop recording, this dashcam will record continuously with a series of 1 minute video clips. When the memory card is full, it will start overwriting the oldest file. Next is compression codec. By default it's set to H.264. You can also select H.265 if you want. Wide dynamic range, by default is on. Audio recording, by default is on. Light frequency, by default 60 Hz. In North America we use 60 Hz. Now we're back to video resolution. Press the menu button again. Next you can select playback mode. Here you can play back the recorded videos. You have normal recording, event recording, parking recording, and photo. In the normal recording, you can select front video, rear video, or cabin video. Here are the front video recordings. Next is parking monitor. Now if you want to use a parking mode recording on this device, you do have to install the optional Hardwire kit. And with that, when you turn off the ignition, the car battery will power this dashcam to do the parking mode recording. Next is G sensor. By default set to middle. You can set it for off, low, middle, or high. With the G sensor, while it's recording, if the dashcam detects an impact to the vehicle, it will automatically lock that video clip so it will not be overwritten. And you can review that recording later on. Wi-Fi. Here you can turn on and off the Wi-Fi. Stamp. By default, the timestamp, GPS watermark, and the speed stamp are enabled. If you want, you can disable any of these. Micro SD card. Here you can format the memory card. GPS. Speed unit. You can set the speed unit to miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Satellite signal. This will show you the satellite lock. System setting. Here you can turn on and off the ketone. Speaker volume. By default set to low. You can set it for off, middle, or high. Language. You can select different languages. Screensaver mode. By default it's set to screen always on. You can set the screensaver on after 1 minute. With this, after 1 minute, the live view will turn off, but you'll see the speed you're traveling at on the screen. And the last one is screen off after 1 minute. So after 1 minute, the screen will turn off. Fatigue on reminder. By default is off. You can set it for 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. So after this period of time, the dashcam will give you an alert to tell you to take a break from driving. Time zone. Here you can set the time zone. Day and time is for you to set the day and time. License plate. Here you can enter a unique number for this dashcam. So if you have a fleet of vehicles and you want to uniquely identify the dashcam, you can set it up here. Default settings. This will allow you to revert the settings back to factory default. Now we're back to ketone. And the last one, About. This will show you the software version. And if you scan a QR code, you can download the app. Press menu again to exit. Now we're back to a live view. Now while looking at the live view, if you press the up select button, you can toggle the front camera view, the rear camera view, and the cabin camera. If you press and hold the up select button, you can mute the microphone. If you press the down select button, you'll take a snapshot picture. Now while you're driving, if you see something happening on the road, you can press the menu button and this will lock the current video recording. This recording will not be overwritten, so you can view it later on. And if you want to turn off the display, press the power button once. Press it again to turn it on. To install the mobile app, you can scan the QR code in the user manual. You'll find the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The app you need to install is called OnCam. On the dashcam, stop the recording and go into Menu. Scroll over to the Wi-Fi setting. Here you can select 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz. With the Wi-Fi turned on, go to your phone's Wi-Fi setting. The dashcam will come up as M571 dashcam. Select that. Enter a password. The password is 12345678. Now you select the dashcam. And here it'll show you the live view of the dashcam. So for example, right now this is the front camera. While you're looking at the live view, if you want to take a snapshot, you can do that. Here you can also stop the recording, mute the microphone, and change the video resolution. So this time, let's take this to the vehicle, get it installed, and we'll check out the daytime and nighttime recording for all three cameras with this dashcam. To install the dashcam, remove the backing on this double-sided tape and then stick this directly onto the windshield. Now if you want to use the included clear film, you can first install the film onto the windshield and then stick this onto that film. You can adjust the angle. Now connect the rear camera cable. Next I'll connect the power cable. Route both of these cables up to the headliner, over to the A-pillar. With the power cable, run it down to your center console, and with the rear camera cable, route it to the back of the vehicle. Use a plastic pry tool to pull back on the headliner, and then tuck the two cables behind it. Pull back the weather stripping. This panel is held in by clips. Go ahead and pop it out. With a power wire, run this along the side, down to your kick panel. With the rear camera cable, I'm going to route the cable behind the side curtain airbag. Now you can run the cable along the side all the way to the back. Run the power cable down along the side here and then tuck it behind this panel. Route the power cable underneath the dash behind this panel and over to the center console. Plug the power adapter into your 12-volt accessory port. Here I have the rear camera cable run to the back of the car. I'll route this underneath the weather stripping to the middle. To install the rear camera, remove the backing on this double-sided tape and then stick this directly onto the back window. After you install it, you can adjust the angle by rotating the camera. Connect the camera to the rear camera cable. Tuck the extra cable behind the headliner. With everything connected, turn on the ignition. The dash cam will power on and begin recording. And the flashing red dot at the top will tell you it's recording right now. The dash cam is recording all three cameras simultaneously. You can also use a live view to adjust the angle of the camera. Now one thing I did not mention is around the side of this cabin camera, there are infrared LEDs. When it gets dark, it will automatically turn on for the night vision mode. Right now you're looking at a live view of the front camera, cabin camera, and the rear camera. Let me toggle this so you can see it. Front camera, back camera, and the cabin camera. Here I'll use the OMBAR mobile app and connect to the dash cam. First turn on the Wi-Fi. In your phone's Wi-Fi setting, connect to the dashcam. Open up the app, select the dashcam. Right now you're looking at the live view of the front camera. Now if you want to switch a camera view, select switch camera at the bottom here. So right now you're looking at the inside camera. Press it one more time. And this is the rear camera. Now I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to select dashcam album. Go to normal. Here's a list of all the recording from the dashcam, and each file has a timestamp. With each video, the bottom right hand corner is marked R for rear, I for interior, and F for front camera. To play it back, just tap one of them, and it'll play back the recording. If you want to delete this file, there's a delete button at the bottom here. Now there's also a select button at the top here. Press the select. Now you can select any of these videos. I know it's hard to see, but there's actually a check mark at the top right hand corner. With these two files selected, at the bottom you have the option to download or delete the file. I can download it, and now it's downloading both video files. And here it shows you the two files are downloaded. Let's go back to the main page of the app. Now if you select the local video, go to normal, it will show you the video that you downloaded to your phone. And that's how you use this app to look at the live video and also look at the recording and download it to your phone. Overall, this OMBAR dashcam performed pretty good. It's able to capture everything around you, including what's happening inside the car. For the nighttime recording, even with very little ambient light, it's able to capture what's happening in front of you. Now for the back camera, if there are no street lights, the picture will be a bit dark. For the cabin camera with infrared LED, the night vision was able to record a very clear video. I also found the app to be very easy to use, and downloading the video was very quick. Now at the time of this review, you can get this dashcam for $130. Just make sure you check the $40 off coupon below the price. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. As always, thank you for watching.